Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. One of the things that is worth celebrating about the southwestern guys in Nigeria, talking about the Yorubas, is actually their level of support for their own, especially if the person is fighting a just cause. Sunday Igboho, who is known to be the current activists fighting and defending not just the people of Oyo State against invasion of killer herdsmen, but also right now is fighting for Oduduwa Republic, has garnered a lot of support from clergymen, from monarchs, from religious leaders, from the youth especially. Don't forget that fairly recently he's been talking about a lot of trade he has been receiving from different quarters ever since he started this issue of evicting, killer herdsmen out of the territories of the Yoruba. But right now, one of the very profound religious leader has sent a strong warning out to the government of the day that if anything will happen to Sunday Igboho, then they should be ready to see another formidable group, which will be a threat to the Nigerian people. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, I'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking the red subscribe button and also the bell icon that will show up so that anytime we publish our videos, you can get it at a snap of the finger. All right, let's look at the news in detail. Professor Joshua Iginla of the Champion Royal Assembly has warned the federal government against killing Yoruba activist Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho. Iginla warned that killing Igboho will lead to the rising of another formidable group, which will be like Boko boys from the southwest. He was reacting to the attempted arrest of Igboho by some security operatives over the weekend. A combined team of the DSS and police had attempted to arrest Igboho along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway over the weekend. DSS, however, had denied involvement in the attempted arrest. Iginla urged the federal government to exercise caution and wisdom over the issue of Igboho. In a statement, the clergyman said, Nigeria needs prayer, and not just prayers. Our leaders need prayer to take right decision and not to make expensive mistake. If the leader of Boko Haram, Mohammed Yusuf, was not killed in that gory manner, his followers won't be angry and begin to move into what has metamorphosed into a dreaded sect. I advise and admonish the federal government to cast restraint and work with caution over their intention of arresting Sunday Igboho. The reason is if you kill him, you will have another Boko Haram rising up from the western region. You should cast restraint caution over this issue. Invite him, talk and advise him, share opinion with him will be better. Any attempt to eliminate him will lead to another kind of problem we are battling with in the north now. Each time a leader springs up on behalf of his people, dialogue is important than violence. Those were the words of Pastor Iginla, which for me, I believe that it is a candid advice that will cure any future trouble that may come up as a result of hasty decision making. Yes, hasty decision making. What's the plan of this guy by name Sunday Igboho? One of the major plans that we know is that he is not happy with the trend of events when it comes to insecurity issues in the southeastern part. Now, look at, for example, if you look at Ogun State, he had visited them, but he was not given reception. The state governor said, well, we didn't invite you to come around and do anything. Until today, as we are talking, a lot is still happening there. Most people are even taking advantage of Fulani herdsmen threats in that particular area to also use the opportunity to also fight out. Don't forget that as we are talking now, most of those who are from Ogun, because of the level of threat they have seen in Ogun State, have decided to go to Benin Republic. They are now refugees at Benin. It doesn't tell good of Nigeria. Look at Benin. How many people are at Benin? Benin is almost like a state in Nigeria, So they don't really have much strength and all of that. But Nigerians prefer to go down the why, because the issue of insecurity has not been dealt with. Now, Sunday Igboho is really out to make sure that this does not happen. Another thing is that he is trying to spearhead the realization or actualization of Oduduwa Republic, which he is not stopping by anything. He was pushing really hard to make sure that it's a reality. Now, just like Igenla has rightly said, at this point, I think that they should call him and talk to him normally. Let him understand certain things he does not know. I could still remember some time ago where one of the monarchs had to call on the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, and told Seyi Makinde, don't demonize this guy. Don't think that he's doing the wrong thing and you make hasty decision about him, because whatever decision that is made will affect the state in a way that you least expected. He may have made his mistakes. He may have said things that are ordinarily not good enough for the people of Nigeria. But advice is you call him and talk to him. Let him see things from your own perspective. Let him understand things from your own perspective. At this point, Nigeria is like sitting on a cake of gunpowder. Any crap, Nigeria will explode. So anybody who is trying to lift up his head, trying to ensure that this happens, if the government really want Nigeria for keeps, I think ideal thing is call these guys, talk to them, spend time, give them that respect. Give them that respect. Call them, talk to them. The issue of banditry also, if they could send a representative like Gumi is claiming to be a representative of the country, which the federal government does not really recognize him, though sometimes we see them, playing according to his team. But if he could go in and negotiate with people whose handwork is to steal from others, is to terrorize areas, is to afflict people, but they could go in and negotiate with them and come back with a word for the people and say, well, if you do this and do this and do this, these people will not continue like this. If we can do that for people who are inflicting pains on others, then how about someone who is a freedom fighter? Ideal thing is sit him down and let him understand some certain things and let him buy into those ideas. There's a way you can talk to a man and allow him to speak and use intelligent people around, and you can cure his madness, cure his anger, cure everything, which than to use any other thing. Because I've been hearing him talk about threats. He's been receiving threats from different quarters. He's been receiving calls of trade and all of that, and especially this attempted arrest, which failed. If it has succeeded, it would have turned into something. So at this point, we've got to be careful. We just have to be careful, because if we continue having formidable groups like the one we have in the north, insurgency here and there and all of that, Nigeria will not exist as a country in the nearest future. We've got to stop going towards these people using the wrong methodology. Let's use the right dialoguing. Talk to them. Let them understand that this country must stand in any way trying to meet up with some of their demands. That's where I'd like to leave it. Go to our comment section. What do you think the man of God has seen which has triggered him to make this kind of statement? Let's interact.